What up, my brothers?
What's shaking?
Elliot, you're in my room, bro. Come on.
No. My room, no.
I see that canvas behind you. That is Brandon
Yep.
Jennings. That's my guy. How does it feel that even though I've been moved out of there for math, I don't even know, almost 10 years? No, yeah, 10, 11 years. And it's still never going to be your room. It's always my room.
Things on the wall. It's got all your stuff still in here.
Do I still have, is there still, clothes in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, it's like a size large.
Oh, yeah.
Button-up.
Oh, yeah. I think I have a Brandon Jennings jersey in there, too. I don't know if it's still in there or not. But literally the first season he was on the team, we went to the home opener, and he immediately was my favorite player. And I was like, Dad, I want to get a jersey. And we got a jersey. He's like, yeah, we'll get you a large, or I think it was an extra large. He's like, and you'll grow into it. Never grew into it. Not even close. Not even close. So just have a gigantic dress Brandon Jennings jersey somewhere.
Trust me, you grew into that. You definitely grew into that.
Yeah, Gus definitely thieved that. He claimed it.
He's probably wearing it around, going to Darties in Whitewater.
Yeah, bar hopping. 24/7.
Darties.
So,
oh man,
it's been almost a year. You know, the last one was right before the Super Bowl.
Well, I was going to explain to everyone here that we haven't talked since our last podcast whatsoever. We haven't talked to each other in a year because we hate each other.
Yes.
And all of this stuff. I wanted to put together the Dr. Phil clips to get you to watch the next episode, and it's completely different than what the actual story is. That's what I wanted to do here.
Should have.
And then we could have done the filters too on those videos too. They always have that weird tint to them. Yes.
Yeah.
With the music, that very dramatic music.
Yep.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
So, sorry I was late. I was we were all very confused on the time. Wyatt said 7 p.m. standard, and Elliot's 5 p.m. Pacific time, and I said 6 p.m. Mountain Standard and 8 o'clock Eastern. I don't even know if you guys can't figure that out. But no, the real reason is Julia was late for work, or late getting home from work, and I was supposed to go work out with her, but she was really late, so she's like, fine, just go without me. So I went without her, got in a kick-ass Peloton workout, and then I was a little late. Sorry.
There we go. It's all good. I guess it's for a good cause.
Yeah.
Even though we blamed it on Julia a little bit there.
Yeah, it's always her fault. Always.
Julia under bus.
For all the guys out there, this is the key to success, key to a happy engagement, marriage, relationship, whatever. Always blame your significant other.
Behind their back.
Behind their back especially. That's when you really can show your true character, and they really appreciate that. Because you're being your true self.
Now.
Yes, take some notes.
True self. Okay.
Watto and Chapity.
I had to watch that movie on Christmas with Julia. That was a must. So had to suffer through that. I do like it, but it's creepy.
It's a good one. I actually didn't get to it this Christmas. I normally do. I just didn't this year.
We watched it with the captions on too, and so I really could understand everything that Jim Carrey was saying in the movie. And some of the stuff is absolutely wild, but it is freaking hilarious. So
it's good.
It is good.
Was it early 2000s?
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
I
think it was
actually
2000. Yeah. We were 4 years old, Wyatt.
No such thing as cultural appropriation.
We were at the Kalahari when I was a kid, when it was in the theaters. We watched it in the theaters, and I was too scared. I ran out of the theater with my mom.
I would be too. The Grinch is scary, and
all
of the
first
Who's
scene
look absolutely disgusting.
didn't even make it to that part. I couldn't even get past the first part where he scares the. I guess the Who's
when they're running up the mountain.
Two brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that smile, like it freaked me out, and that
And
like
his eyes, they're like bright yellow.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, it got me good as a 4 or 5 year old back in the day.
Now that they have everything in like 4K, I watched that, and if you look at his eyes, your eyes will start watering because it's like it looks so gross.
Yeah.
But yeah, what did you guys do for Christmas? Well, you know what? That's like too recent. We haven't talked in a year. We need to go back further. So
we need to go way back.
Jeez,
Trip down memory lane. I'm gonna play the rewind music. Yep.
Let's just throw some stuff out there. I don't know.
Elliot, how old are you?
Yeah,
21, I think.
21.
21. Let's talk about 21 Gus for a second here.
Ooh.
So
Yeah,
21. This is a good story. Gus will love this. So 21st birthday, right? Most individuals probably a little bit excited to do something different, right? Maybe not. I don't know. Anyways, Gus comes down to Louisiana to see this guy here.
Head honcho.
And we end up going to New Orleans for his 21st birthday, so we drive down. And, New Orleans, of all places, dude lives in Wisconsin, so it's a different spot, new city, hadn't been, exciting stuff. What does this guy want to do when we get to New Orleans? I just want to sit in the hotel room. I don't want to do anything.
Eat some
His
beignets.
21st birthday. Yeah, he doesn't want to do anything.
You want to sit in the bed
hang
and
out.
munch on some beignets with some powdery sugar.
In my defense, we got back by 8, and there was an incident that happened around 9. Wasn't there?
An
Wasn't
incident?
No.
Yeah.
There
No
was not
incident?
an incident.
He's a
I
liar.
thought there was an incident that involved unaliving. That's the word. Wasn't there someone? I thought there was someone that unalived on Bourbon Street.
Unalived.
Unalived. What does this even mean?
It's what you say, so that way you don't get demonetized.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So anyways, back to this.
Yeah, back to the story. Let's go back to that.
This took a turn.
Detour.
I wasn't even saying like let's jump on Bourbon Street when we got there, but at least do something. No, he just wanted to hang in the hotel room. We had to force him out of the hotel room to get him to do something. And that was like, oh my God, I don't want to do anything. He was like a 12-year-old being 21. Like, come on, man.
We explored the pool. There was the cockroaches chasing.
Explored the pool. I explored the whitewater fountain on my 21st birthday. That was a lot of fun.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was August. It was right before my senior year, I believe.
Yeah.
Of college. So nobody was really in town. So went downtown, went to a bunch of the different bars with just a couple people. The first bar I went to was actually the bar that Julia worked at. She wasn't there, though, but I know who. It was one of her friends that served me my first drink as a 21-year-old. And then, had a few drinks, ended up in the whitewater fountain. There's a cool video of me, and it makes me look, when I look back at it, I'm like, I feel like crap about myself because I had a pretty nice body. I was like, dang, dude, you were in shape. Now I'm fat. But
Spend a little more time on that Peloton.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm doing it.
Belly.
I gotta get back in there. Gotta grind.
Yeah,
What'd you do on your 21st, Wyatt?
Yeah, for me, I was in Boston. Ended up
Barf.
My host mom took me out through. I had a game that day at like 10 a.m. Was playing summer ball out there. So
Field hockey or ping pong or
Probably, yeah, in the clubhouse, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
in the locker room. No, it was baseball. It was baseball. And after the game, host mom and I went out into downtown Boston, and we didn't do anything really crazy. We just it was more kind of sightseeing everything in Boston than it was like going out and bar hopping and things like that. But it was a lot of fun.
How
It's a good
mature of
time.
you.
I know. We were a mature type.
You just
of
lost
people
all your
back
maturity by saying mature.
then. Mature. It's a mature.
So, Elliot, has alcohol ever graced your lips?
A few occasions. More than a graze.
A few occasions.
More than a graze would be generous.
That's a
to
stretch.
say.
That's a
Yeah,
stretch.
yeah.
Okay. That's good.
I'll down a Sunny D vodka whenever I get the chance.
Oh, okay. Fun. All right, so that was June. Let's see what happened in July. Camping trip. Camping trip. Boom. I did not go to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Oh,
I didn't either.
stop.
So it was just Gus.
Oh,
All right, Gus, how was it without the two best people there?
I'm trying to remember who all was there.
Yeah, it's tough. Not very memorable when the two most
Hey,
memorable people aren't there.
I got this hat at the camping trip.
Nice. Where'd you go?
Long. It was like kind of by Duluth, if I remember correctly. I can't remember exactly the name of the city we were in, but
Gotcha.
yes, it was on the border between Minnesota and Wisconsin. So we went to the Richard Bong Museum, and it's whatever is the city right next to Duluth, I think. Has the whole museum, and it has, I don't know if it's actually his plane or if it's just a replica. But yeah, fun museum. Good museum. Check it out.
And that has been Museum Talk on Three Bros in a Pod.
Boy would be proud.
Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, I went to Julia's family's trip because they're like right around the same time. Can't always do both. So I was there for. I think we went from like a Thursday to Monday, something like that. That was fun though. I had a lot of fun. I played with all the little kids. I avoided talking to all the adults. I was in my element, and chucking some little kids up in the water, some tubing. That was a lot of fun. Playing
There we go.
some spike ball.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it.
Perfect.
But, oh wait, isn't it like negative 20 in Wisconsin right now?
Yeah, it's bad.
It's cold here too.
Really?
It's not that cold, but it's cold. Yeah.
Same.
It's like it is 27 degrees here. So
Dang.
not as cold.
Ours, I was gonna say it's cold here. It's 49 here, but it felt really cold. It was raining a lot. Last week though, or 2 weeks ago, I went out to my car in the morning and there was ice on my windshield. I was amazed.
Yeah, there's been a lot of that on mine recently. Oh, speaking of that, I got in an accident. That was fun.
Nice.
Yeah,
What
it
happened?
was lit.
Rear end somebody? Texting and driving?
No.
Drinking and driving? Wyatt?
No. No. Nope. I was actually picking up a candidate for one of our jobs we have now recently hired at Louisiana Tech. And
Did you have to give them the job because you rear-ended them?
Yes.
No. No. Wasn't me hiring. I was just there giving them a tour to our dinner spot. But anyways, it was a rainy night, but I had pulled out of the hotel parking lot, and there was a gas station on the other side. And there was an older gal that pulled out of the gas station parking lot. I was already in my lane, and she didn't see me and nailed the side of me as we were both pulling out. So that sucked. But so my truck's in the shop right now. I've got I got a Jeep truck at the moment that I'm not necessarily liking as much, but it's getting the job done.
Yeah, that sucks. That
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
I hit 111,111 miles yesterday. 111,111.
Holy cow!
It was a beautiful
No way.
moment.
You got a photo?
Yes, we do. I have video. Actually, we got in the
Vid?
car, and I was a mile away. So Julia brought out her phone and started recording. It was the longest. It was like I had to go an entire mile. So she was recording for like a minute. It still
Yeah.
hadn't changed. Then it finally changed, and my life changed. It was a magical moment. It was
That's nuts.
just fantastic.
You've had that car for a while.
Yeah, since I moved down to Florida, so that's since 2018. So 6 years,
Yeah,
7 years almost.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Time
crazy.
flies when you're having fun. I've put on almost
right.
100,000 miles on that car. 90,000
Flying
already.
around. Flying.
That's a lot of trips to Wisconsin, back and forth.
Mhm.
Yeah. Summertime Wisconsin. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not coming back in the winter. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's
Come
it's
back for-
negative.
Yeah, seriously, you have not. You have not been.
I come back in October for the Bucks home opener, and I'm out of there. See ya. Peace out.
One night. Yep.
The cold the last few weeks here reminded me why I'm happy I live in Florida, because I can't stand it. My car's not used to it either. Takes forever to heat up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
According to my inaccurate weather app, it's -3. It feels like -20.
Nice.
Earlier
I
it was
love
like
how it
negative
just
8.
adds
Yeah.
negative temperature.
Yeah, wind. It's all the wind's fault.
That whole thing will never make sense to me.
It wouldn't be cold if there wasn't wind.
No, yeah, that's always something everybody in the Midwest says that people like won't understand anywhere else you go. It'd be like, yeah, it'd be great without the wind, but everywhere else they're like, bro. Like I have a coworker, and he's from Puerto Rico, and he's always been in warm weather, and as soon as it hits like 50 degrees, he loses his mind. he cannot believe how cold it is. He walks in the office, like inside, and he's wearing a jacket. It's crazy.
Yeah, I just keep telling everyone it's just a mindset. Cold is just a mindset. That's all it is.
Yeah. You still doing your cold showers, Elliot?
I've kind of been off of that trend right now.
Baby.
I've been trying to.
You baby.
Yeah,
What are you doing with your life?
Just living out my 20s, you know. Just starting.
New Year's
it up.
resolutions, anyone?
Not be fat and eat healthier.
Those are good, I guess. I don't know if you're fat, but
I am. No, seriously. There's levels to it. I understand that.
Okay.
Some people are like seriously overweight, and some people are not. However, hello. However, I want to get a DEXA scan or whatever. You know those things that tell you your body fat percentage and your like how much muscle mass you have, how much all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I would love one of those because I swear my body fat percentage is probably pretty high. So we're working on it.
Okay.
If
Hey,
you,
that's all we can do. That's all we can do.
BMI is like extremely flawed. It's like the worst measurement
I've heard
ever.
that.
But I'm like extremely overweight based on BMI. That's what it says. So basically everybody is.
Yeah, that's the same with mine too. Like
Yeah.
I got the Renfro weight scale or whatever. Just the
What is that?
Have you heard that?
No.
It's like a weight scale that you could get probably at like Walmart or Amazon. It wasn't very expensive, but it comes with an app too. But it tracks like the BMI, it tracks the weight and all that stuff too. Visceral fat, and then like the whole like what is it? Your age on there.
Mm-hmm.
I can't metabolic age.
Yeah.
That one freaks me out a little bit because it like says I'm like 10 years older. Sometimes I feel that way, but
Yeah. I do.
it's a little freaky. It's not that much. I over exaggerate, but yeah, it's got like, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got like just on the scale, all that. I don't know if you can see, but
Not really. I can vaguely see a number.
we can cut that out.
Yeah. What about you guys? Any New Year's resolutions?
I do. I've got doing some reading, some writing, meditating, all the things.
Ooh, I have a big question for you then, because this was
Sure.
a heated discussion the other day with Julia
Oh,
and Michelle,
okay.
my roommate
Yeah.
friends. So at the end of the year, I don't know what app it is, but it's like kind of how for movies there's an app called Letterboxd, and it tracks all your movies. You can track how many movies you watched in a year.
Sure.
They have the same thing for books. I don't know what the app is, but
Oh, like Goodreads or whatever?
yeah, that's it. Goodreads. So, I was like, if you're listening to an audiobook, it counts those in books that you've read for the year. And I was like,
Yeah.
you didn't read the book. Just straight up, you did not read it. You listened to it. So that is wrong. And they were like, no, I read it. I listened to the book, so that means I read the book. And I was like, no, I just totally disagree. You listened to the book. Any thoughts? You completed it. You definitely completed the book, but you cannot count that as a book that you read.
I mean, but you can, because it's not a podcast. It's not, you read it. You listened to it. It's the same thing. It's in book form.
All right, we're one and one. Elliot, you're the deciding vote here.
It depends on how you interpret it, because if someone's reading it, they're
This
interpreting.
is a good question.
They're interpreting
Damn.
how they read it versus how you interpret how you're supposed to when you read it. So I don't know. The mind goes to different places when two different people are reading the same thing. So,
However, this is my point though. What you are doing, the verb, you are listening. You're not reading. Therefore, you are listening to to the audiobook. You are not reading the audiobook. That is not
technicalities. Yeah.
But like they're arguing that. I don't know. I'm just being like straight up very specific. You're not reading.
Well, and here's the other thing. Like on the Goodreads app, like there's no how many books should you listen to.
Yeah, I know.
It's books read. You know,
They
so
should
it's like,
they should separate it by category: books you read, books you listened to, or like audiobooks completed.
I would be okay with that, because then you could like understand like how many audiobooks you actually read compared to the ones you read with your eyes.
It's crazy how we can read with our ears now.
Hey,
No,
I get it.
yeah,
Get
because they lump them all in together, and then people brag about how many books they read that year when half of them were audiobooks, and they were just
But they
doing
read
other
'em.
stuff.
They read them.
I
Wait.
disagree.
You can read with your ears.
This is a good poll. We're putting
I
it up.
agree.
We're putting it
So
up.
if you're blind and you're reading Grail, is that not reading then?
Exactly. There we go.
That is
Let's
a good
get it,
point.
baby.
That is a good point.
Let's get it. It's part of your senses. As long as it's part of your senses, it counts as you read it.
That's a
Reading-
That's a valid argument. I like
I
that.
don't know
Elliot.
if you can. I don't know if you can taste a book and say you read it, but
Oh, so
all
now,
the other
so
senses.
only hearing counts. Hearing's good, but taste, nope, can't do that. That's not reading.
Well, maybe if it's a culinary book, maybe.
See, you shouldn't have.
Yeah.
You just shouldn't have said that.
There's some smelling magazines of
cologne?
different perfumes,
Yeah.
cologne. So that counts as you read a magazine.
I guess-
it's just
I guess we're gonna have to put this up for a poll and see what the people say, because this is a heated debate. But
yeah.
yeah,
I like these. I actually started doing these at work. I got a whiteboard out in the front,
yeah.
and I write a question a day. So I might write this down too. I'll see what the results are.
Yes, do it. I think the readers are gonna say it counts as reading, and the non-readers, like me, are gonna say it doesn't count. I think that's generally how it's gonna go. But what is the difference between listening to an audiobook and listening to a podcast? They're both telling a story in their own way. So, but I wouldn't say that I'm reading a book. I get that it's not a book. A podcast isn't a book, but it's still technically a story, someone's perspective.
Yeah, it's probably a different structure though, because you're putting all these thoughts in one podcast episode, whereas a book, it's structured out, probably more so in a longer frame, more in depth than probably a podcast episode.
I don't know. If you listen to Joe Rogan, that's like 4 hours sometimes. He goes pretty long.
No, I don't listen. I don't listen to Joe Rogan. I'd rather listen to an audiobook. So,
It's all that alpha brain he's on.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any other good debate questions, but that one came up yesterday, and I had to ask. I'll keep thinking, though. But I am very staunchly on that side, and I will die on that hill. Listening to an audiobook is not reading a book.
my question tomorrow that I have written down is how many or what is it? It's what is there more of, doors or wheels in the world? Do you think there's more doors or more wheels in the world? I feel like this is a hard question.
That's
I'm still
really
thinking
tough.
on it.
Yeah, because if you think about houses, there's multiple doors on every house, you
Right.
know? Because, like,
Right.
everybody's going to be like, oh, it's wheels, because every car has 4 wheels at least.
Right.
But now we
'Cause
should
I
look
think
up.
about, like,
we
my
need to look up
apartment's
the
got-
numbers.
My apartment's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doors, 6 doors.
Yeah, see, there's a lot of doors. How many? Is there more houses, or
wheels.
are there more cars in the world? That's a good way to start.
That is a good way to start. And then,
But then you
if
got to think
all
about
of
all
those-
the like off-road vehicles. You got to think of like ATVs, motorcycles, dirt bikes,
right. And then if they've
bikes,
got
bicycles,
they
rollerblades.
got a backup wheel in the back.
Rollerblades, bro. That's like 5 on one skate.
Oh,
Do you guys not have office chairs with wheels too?
Oh my god!
Oh,
that's coming in
true.
with the hot ones.
True.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
Shoot. I think
Yeah,
wheels might take
I'm
it.
with you now. Yeah, I think so.
Oh my god.
But there's doors on a vehicle.
There are.
Yeah,
There's
but you
2,
can have
sometimes
more.
4.
Yeah, you
There's
can have more-
doors on doll houses. There's doors on the microwave.
There are.
The
one door.
fridge.
Hey,
If
but
we're really
there's
getting
wheels.
into it.
There's wheels on a fridge too. If it's like one of those pull-out drawers, it has the wheels on the side. And
There
then-
are, in fact, more wheels on a refrigerator than there are doors.
Okay. Okay.
Not
Hot take.
well. Yeah, I don't know.
Even
It's
with
interesting.
dressers. Even with dressers, there's those little wheels for the drawers. Now, are we classifying drawers
good
as
one.
doors, or
But yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah, is a
Is a
dresser
drawer- is
a
a
drawer?
drawer a
Or
door?
a drawer a door? Is a drawer a
Is
door?
a drawer a door?
I'm always a fence sitter. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
Yes.
I got everyone on the is water wet. That was a huge one for everyone at the office.
Ooh, yeah. What's my take on that? Yes. my scientific take on that is yes, it is indeed wet. I guess. I don't know. No, it's not.
I originally
I don't
thought
know.
that, and then I got talked into the no side.
It
It's an
makes
adjective.
things wet.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Water plus something equals wet.
Yes, I think that's
Is
how
what
I
I got.
That's how I feel. I think too. After
Yeah,
pondering
yeah.
for the last 10 seconds.
PhD
It's
right there.
also a good question, though. It got a lot of people going.
Yeah.
Is a
A
hot
lot
dog
of
a
arguments.
is a
lot
hot
of
dog a
debate.
taco?
Ooh.
I think that's what
mean-
the argument was.
There is meat inside of a bun.
Is a hot dog a taco? Yeah, that's.
I thought you were
a
gonna
good
say
one.
sandwich, and I would say yes, but
That's
That
what I
too.
originally put on
That
there
too.
too. I had that as a question.
That's what I was
Is a,
thinking.
is a hot dog a sandwich? But
He goes-
but is a hot dog a
Taco's a
taco?
little better though.
is a hot dog a taco though? I mean,
Mhm.
you can make a
could
taco out of.
I could see that.
I mean, I don't know.
Meat with
it's
toppings,
just not. It's just.
covered.
It's just a tortilla, not bread.
It's not always a
technically
tortilla.
The taco or the hot dog?
The taco. Who would win in a fight? Taco or grilled cheese?
Oh man. Hot rod. Hot rod.
Yep.
Prison rules or regular? Hot rod's the best.
Man. Hot rod's a good one.
Well, that was
What
fun.
holiday are we on? Yeah.
That was good.
What'd you
What
say,
holiday
Elliot?
are we on?
A holiday?
Or
Well-
our event. We did the camping trip.
Yeah, we
Uh,
didn't. We didn't
well, we
talk about
skipped-
Christmas yet.
We kind of skipped everything and went to New Year's resolutions.
Oh,
So, yeah,
we did.
Christmas.
We did.
We go back to Christmas a little bit. I'll start it off because mine's pretty quick. I watched The Grinch. We also, what did we watch? Anything else? I don't know. Oh, I think we ended up watching Carry On Netflix. Did you guys watch that?
No.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Guy from The Kingsman. He's good.
Yep.
It was a good movie. I'd watch it. It's not a waste of your time.
Yeah, Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman's in it, yeah.
Yeah.
And the girl in it is very attractive too. I don't know her name though. I can't remember. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I lost it. But we did that. We made a turkey that we were gonna have for Thanksgiving, but didn't end up making it. So made the turkey.
There we
Made
go.
some mashed potatoes and gravy. Made
You
a
did
little.
the turkey yourself?
It was already pre-cooked. Like it's one I got from work, which is nice. They give every employee a turkey, and all we had to do is you have to take it out of the freezer like 3 days ahead of time, let it thaw, and then you put it in the oven for like 2 hours, 2 to 4 hours. I think it was like 2.5, and that's pretty much it. It was good.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you don't get that with brisket.
brisket.
Southern. Yep.
Texas
I love the
boy.
brisket.
Yeah, you're not in Texas. Is Louisiana a big brisket place?
Not as much as Texas, but there's a little bit. Yeah. A little bit of barbecue.
More seafoodish.
Yeah, more of the crawfish, shrimp.
Crawdads, crawfish.
Trying to think of like what
Yeah.
I got for Christmas. Well, one good gift. I didn't get it on Christmas, but happened very recently. Last week, Corey, shout out Corey, got me tickets to the Bucks game in Orlando and I got very good seats. Thank you, Corey. I was like 5 feet away from Brooke Lopez, so Julia was extremely jealous. I got dissed by Damian Lillard after the game. I'm sitting in row one. There's kids to the left and right of me. The kid to the right of me had a sign. He's like, I flew here from 15,000 miles away. Oh my God. Just to see a Bucks game. So he goes up to him, signs his jersey. It was a Giannis jersey, by the way, so
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Signs his jersey, looks at me, looks away, and walks and walks to the locker room. But I totally don't blame him because I wouldn't sign an autograph for a dude with a beard either. It's kind of weird. So I
All
felt,
by himself.
I felt awkward. Yeah, I was by myself. Yes, Julia was hanging with her girls on a girls' trip. So I'm just chilling there with a hat and trying to get Damian Lillard's autograph. And yeah, I wouldn't do it either. So shout out Dame. And the Bucks won.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they won.
The moral of the story.
I got these too, but this wasn't Christmas. This was like a dumb purchase by me. I was just like, you know what I really want? I want remote control helicopters that can shoot each other. And so
So you got that.
I got them.
So it just chases Molly around the apartment.
Yeah, Molly does not like them. She barks all the time. So I bought these things. They were expensive. They're like for little remote control helicopters, but they're the only ones on the market. Like they got the market cornered, man. Can't find them for the ones that I wanted. They have like the sensors where if you hit the other one, you get 3 shots, and if you hit them 3 times, then it spins out, and goes down.
Really?
Yes, but they were like $150 for the 2 of them, and doesn't say anything on the packaging, like on the website. Doesn't say anything about them. I get them, and in the instructions it says battery life 10 minutes. So yeah, I get about 10. I get 10 minutes out of them, and then I have to charge it again. So not very cool. But this is the control. I don't know how you can see this, but like
Pew, pew.
it's all. You control it like that.
Like a bigger Wii joystick.
Yes.
Huh.
Okay.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. What about you guys? It's hard to top that.
Okay, 10-minute Tom.
Sorry.
Guess I'll let you go first.
I got books and work clothes. And other stuff that I can't think of right now.
Yikes. So Corey did it to you too. Just gave you a book and a job.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ugh.
Counting. Woohoo.
Inside joke.
I got this from Grandma and Bumpa, so that was good.
I
Nice.
Shout out them.
Nice.
They
Looks
were
good.
sponsored by them.
I like it.
Yeah.
Got some other clothes too.
It tries its best to make up for your hideous face. It almost gets there because it's a really nice sweater, but not much can overcome that. So,
Yeah, appreciate it.
but they did a
And
good
the
job.
zipper.
They did a good job. Valiant effort.
The zipper only goes up to the neck, so.
Got some shoes. Got a pair of shoes, so that
Nice.
works. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I didn't spend on helicopters or anything like that. Cool electronics.
Yeah, that wasn't even close to Christmas. That was like a long time ago, but they're
Yeah,
sitting on my desk. So I was like, oh, this is cool. I got Julia. There's an artist on Instagram that I follow, and she paints letters with Disney characters and stuff. So, sorry. So I got her one. I ordered it, and this girl, it's just one girl, so she doesn't take orders very often. So
Yeah.
I'd been watching it for a long time to see like when she was going to open it up to take orders again, and she did in like October. So I went in there quick, got one, and I got her a Tangled one because she really likes Tangled, likes Rapunzel, and it got here the beginning of December, so it took like a couple months, but it was pretty dope.
Lit.
Yeah. Look at me.
got
I'm
Wyatt
so thoughtful.
We got Wyatt a coffee cooler.
Oh, yeah, that was a big one.
You.
That was a big one. Yeah,
For
I got
free.
cold
It was
brew.
free.
It was a cold brew coffee maker.
Work credit.
So you're a coffee guy?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Ew.
I'm more of a black coffee, though.
Ew. Elliot, are you a coffee
Yeah,
guy?
I don't do.
Latte.
I don't even know what that is. I'm not a coffee person.
Latte.
You're
It's
21.
coffee
Shouldn't you be drinking like Red Bulls every morning? Some
no,
Celsius.
geez. I like my health sometimes.
That's good.
Yeah.
I tried a coffee recently, like a couple weeks ago, and it was disgusting. Didn't like it at all. I don't even like the smell of it, so I've never
Really?
I've never liked the
The
smell of
smell?
it. I don't like.
Really?
Never liked the taste. I had to put in like 3 pumps of whatever creamer just to make it
Bearable.
bearable, edible, drinkable.
Everyone says they love the smell of it.
I know. I
don't
I
like
know.
it.
I do not. I don't like hate it, but I don't.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't like
It's-
it.
Yeah.
That's why you should get a latte, because they're easier to drink. They're sweeter.
Yeah,
They don't taste like mud water.
Julia gets a lot of the frozen drinks or the cold drinks, the iced coffees, all the good stuff, and I'll try those. And I still, because you can still taste the coffee or the espresso, both. I don't really like either of them, but
Yeah.
those are, I can stomach those a lot better. They're not terrible.
Yeah, I do. If it's cold out, I'll do just like the hot black coffee. But if it's warmer out, I'll do like cold brew, and it'll be black. I don't do espresso. I don't do like any crazy stuff. I like the black coffee. Like sometimes I'll do a latte, but very rare.
Do you like tea?
That's mud water. That is even worse.
What does
than
Ted
coffee.
Lasso say?
tastes like-
Garbage water or something?
That tastes like hot brown water.
Hot brown
Yeah,
water.
Sure enough. Sure enough. Yeah, that's what it tastes like. Yeah, no.
Still hate it. Yeah, I don't like that either. Okay, so are the rumors true that show is coming back? Yeah?
Really?
Confirmed.
Wow, yeah, that didn't take long.
Confirmed. Yeah. Ted won't be in it.
Oh,
as much,
okay.
I don't think. I think he'll be more of like a cameo type, and then Phil Dunster, who plays Jamie Tarr,
Jamie.
he is not coming back.
Ooh.
Interesting. So what is it going to be called? Ted Lasso still?
Yeah, that's what I don't know.
Or is it going to
For
be
sure,
like
but
more of a
It
spin-off?
sounded like it was just going to be called Ted Lasso still, because from what I've read, it said season 4. So
Oh,
be-
gotcha.
I wouldn't be surprised if they name it after the football club.
Richmond.
Change the name to it.
yeah, I could see that too. And how it ended, I don't know. It may go a different path too, or make a spin off of it. So
Any other good shows you guys been watching lately?
I watched what is it? Proven Innocent or Proven Innocence?
Yeah.
Have you seen that or heard
on
that?
HBO, right?
It's on
With-
Apple.
Oh, Apple. Yeah, with
Jake
Gyllenhaal.
Gyllenhaal?
Yes. Very good. I liked that.
Whoa,
Good
that
stuff.
had me. Those cliffhangers at the end of
Yeah.
they'll get you.
Did
They'll
you?
get you.
We don't have to spoil anything, so people don't have
Yeah.
to worry about that. But did
It was
you
good.
guess? Did you guess? Like, were you right? We'll just leave it at that. Did you guess
I wasn't-
anything or no?
I wasn't 100% right, but I had a hunch that like
Yeah.
that individual was leaving something out. Like,
Yeah.
I sensed the vibe that something was known by that individual, but didn't know that was going to be the ending.
I was between two people, and yeah, that was one of them. Elliot, did you see it?
No. I don't really watch anything on Apple TV. I want to watch,
You should.
was it the Gorge? That's
Never-
a new show on there.
Never heard of that. Apple TV's got
good.
some good ones though. I mean, Ted Lasso was on there, obviously.
They hit.
Shrink.
I heard-
I'm watching Shrinking right now. Have you seen that?
I've
Season
seen
one
bits
I've
and
seen.
pieces.
I haven't seen the second season yet.
Yeah, so I'm
First season was really good.
Yeah, I think I just started season 2. I'm like a couple episodes in, I think. Jason Segel is in it. He's hilarious. I really like him.
Oh, yeah.
Harrison Ford, really funny.
Mhm.
That one's really good. I'm watching Silo. Have you seen either of you seen that? No.
Seen the trailer.
That one's good. It's based on a book. Am I reading a book
Oh, I
by
didn't know
watching the
that.
show? I don't know.
No, that doesn't count.
Oh, okay, so
That doesn't count.
sight doesn't count either, even though that's how you read. Okay.
No, that interpretation of a book that doesn't count. That's
Well-
like reading Spark Notes or Cliff Notes or whatever.
Well, I'm in season 2 of that. There's 2 seasons. The first season I thought was really good. The second season's been pretty slow so far, and I've only gotten halfway through it. But that's a good show still. And the other
Severance,
one,
right?
the other one is Severance. Yeah, that just came back, season 2, and I haven't started season 2 yet, but I've been dying to start it because season 1 was awesome. I really liked it.
Yeah, I have not seen
Ooh,
that one yet.
You gotta watch it. It's such a good idea, good plot. It's like if you were given a procedure that would make it so you didn't know what you were doing at work. It was just like it flipped a switch and you're your work self. And then as soon as you're done working, it flips a switch and you're back to your regular self. Would you do that? And you never know what your work self does. You never know what your personal life self does.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah, very much.
Would you do it?
Rick
Would you
and-
do it?
I don't, probably not.
Yeah, I would have bet my life that you'd say no. Elliot, would you do it?
I would have bet my life.
Probably not. No.
No? Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I think they're all realizing in the show that they don't want to do it either, so.
Maybe it was a bad idea.
Yeah,
HR
maybe it was
should
a
have
bad
signed off
idea.
on this. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's a good one. You gotta watch that.
Yeah, I really haven't watched too much other TV. I watched Gladiator 2. Have you seen the first one?
Jump into movies?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see it, and I haven't seen the first one either.
Oh, gotta watch the first one. That's
First one's
top
better.
tier. Top tier.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. The first one is better.
Top tier. Second movie, I disagree to an extent because the second movie is different from the first movie. There are some correlations, not necessarily similarities. There are some correlations, but it's still a very good movie. I think it is still a top tier movie. It's got a
Yeah.
different ending to it than the first one, but it's still top tier.
I would have to rewatch it, but it kind of gives me that Fast and the Furious vibe. How they start a movie and it's kind of
No.
realistic, and then it continues to go to like 10, and you're like,
What?
they got planes and crap now they're hopping out of. I mean, they had a boat fight in the arena. They filled the arena with water.
Yeah, they used to do that.
Okay. Sure.
Come on,
Whatever.
on now. Come
I
on
mean-
now.
Some scenes, like he's talking to the god across the water when he gets knocked out, or when he's drowning in the water. I won't go too in depth. I don't think those are really spoilers, but there's some things that aren't realistic that are realistic in the first one that makes the first one better.
Mm.
But like the CGI rhino, he's standing up on the rhino.
Yeah. What's
that was
wrong
just-
with that?
I don't think anyone would be standing on the rhino. Then again, what if importing? They also imported sharks into the arena. That's the boat scene.
Hot.
Yep, thank you.
Sorry, I was looking up my Letterboxd year in review. It's like the Spotify Wrapped, but for Letterboxd. And I watched 54 movies in 2024. 103 hours watched. Somehow, I don't know how this happened, but my most watched actor is also the girl of my dreams. Julia, don't listen, but she already knows this. It's okay. Isabella Merced. Do you guys know who that is?
No, should we bleep it out?
No.
I can't bleep that out. Oh, yeah.
Is she in the MCU?
She might be now, I think, like in a new
Or is
movie. She's
Was she in a Transformers movie?
Transformers.
Yeah, I think so.
Was that?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about, Gus?
In the newer one, the
Yeah,
Beast one?
Animated.
No.
No, I think she was in the last Marky Mark one. Otherwise,
Yeah.
She's in another movie with Mark Wahlberg, I think,
Yeah.
where they adopt
Yeah.
the kids.
Yeah, that's a good
In
one.
that one.
She's also Dora in the Dora movie.
Oh, yeah.
She's
That's her.
she's in Madam Web.
I didn't watch that one.
That
Worst
movie's
movie.
horrible. It's so bad. It's so
I
bad.
heard a lot of bad things.
They
Very
like
bad acting.
yeah, the main bad guy, they like dubbed his voice. So it's even though the whole movie's in English, he'll be talking and his mouth doesn't move at the right times and like it sounds weird. You just have to check it out. It's so bad.
I only made it through the first, 30 minutes of that movie. Yeah, not good. Not good.
Got some more stats. So, the first watch of 2024, on January 2nd, I watched Godzilla Minus One. That was a good movie, actually. Godzilla, he's pretty cool. And my last watch of the year was on Christmas, Dr. Seuss, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. My most watched day of 2024 was Saturday. I watched 15 films on Saturday. My most watched week? This is pretty cool. I like this. My most watched week, November 25th to December 1st. So that was like Thanksgiving week. My highest rated films of 2024, I gave Challengers, Twisters, and Trap all 4 stars. Did you see any of those movies? No? Oh, man.
I watched all the trailers, but the Zendaya threesome was not really doing it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She...
Oh yeah, that's Challengers, right?
Yeah. That's
I've been
it's
wanting
the
to
tennis,
watch that one.
It's the tennis
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
It's really not
I've been
tennis. It's really like a love triangle movie.
Yeah.
Very intense. She is absolutely gorgeous in that movie, though.
There's an age gap, or there's a time skip in that, though, right?
Yeah, it follows her through, through their life. Because it starts out when they're in high school, I think, and she's like this tennis phenom, and goes through their adult life because they have kids. So,
Oh dang, I didn't realize that.
not like super long time period, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Twisters was good.
Yeah.
Glenn Powell, he's my man, even though
He's killing it.
he's every girl's like dream guy right now, but
He's killing it right now.
I like him a lot, yeah.
He's killing it.
Started with Top Gun.
Yes. And
Yeah.
I listened to a few podcasts about that too, and they were talking about because of COVID and everything, like Top Gun got delayed for so long, and he knew that, like, that was his biggest role that he had gotten, and he knew that it was gonna like really blow up his career, boost him, and he had to wait. And then all of a sudden, after that movie came out, he's like the biggest. I mean, other than like Timothée Chalamet, I think he's probably the second biggest actor right now.
Yeah,
In my
younger
opinion,
actors.
yeah, up and coming guy. And then Trap, the other 4-star one that I did. That movie was good. I don't know the main guy's name.
Yeah, it's a scary movie. I'm not watching.
Except it's not scary. It's quote unquote suspenseful, but it's not scary. He's they trap him in a concert. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a good one. That one was actually really good. I like those types of movies because it wasn't scary. It was suspenseful, but it was like I like the psychological thrillers, and you're just trying to figure out how he's gonna get out of it the whole time. He keeps getting out of it until he doesn't. But
This
Yeah.
guy from Oppenheimer.
in Trap?
Yeah. He plays one of the scientists in Oppenheimer.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. Kind of like. Yeah. Yeah.
Was that this year? No, that was last year. That was 2023. Oppenheimer, Barbie.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. Wow.
Oppenheimer. Yeah.
Time flies, man.
It does.
Time flies. I've seen 3 movies so far this year. We went to Honora last night. Have you guys
Yeah.
heard of that? Seen it? Anything? I'll just stop asking if
I'm-
you've seen it because I know you guys don't watch
To
movies.
shovel dicks. Yeah.
But yeah, not. I did not like it. Julia did not like it. It's one of the
That's like
movies that's
the-
in the running for all of the awards.
Yeah.
It's an award movie.
Yeah. She's like
She's in a,
dating or marries a Russian or whatever.
yeah, she's a stripper, and she meets this Russian kid. His parents are extremely rich, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Gotcha.
I didn't like it, but yet all the film snobs loved it. So that's how you know that a movie's not actually good for like the general public, is if the film nuts like really like it. That's a good way to tell that the movie sucks.
Because you don't have that artiste vision.
Yeah, all it was basically a porno, like straight up. It. I swear, this is another one of my takes. I think people are just extremely perverted.
What?
Like,
I can't believe you'd say that.
every
Maybe so.
single show, every single movie is just getting more and more explicit, and most of the time
Yeah.
it's not needed. Like, there's no
Correct.
reason for it.
Yeah.
I swear they're just
Yeah,
perverted.
no doubt. Yeah,
It's
might.
not. You're not perverted. It's lust, Brennan. There's difference.
I guess. You're
Yeah,
still
yeah, I'm with you.
you're
I'm
still a
with you.
young bull out there, Elliot.
Yeah. China shop.
Next movie I saw, Mufasa.
Yes.
Did you guys see that?
Yes.
There's a chance.
He saw it.
Tier.
Yeah.
Top tier.
Top tier.
he saw
Okay.
it.
This is good. Very original storyline. Was able to tie in a lot of stuff into The Lion King, and then
Yeah.
the perfect way of telling it through storytelling. So you still have Rafiki or Timon and Pumbaa.
Yeah, that was their way of keeping them in the movie.
Yeah.
They went to see it while I was at work, so
Oh,
yeah.
those jerks.
Tier.
I thought it was good.
Love
I didn't really like the songs all that much. It's tough. I mean, it's really tough when you're trying to follow some classics like the Disney classics. So I don't blame them. So I didn't really like the songs, but I did like the movie. I thought it was good. One thing when they did the first live action Lion King, the remake, I could not get out of my, like, when they were talking, I couldn't get it out of my head that, oh, that's Beyonce, and oh, that's Donald Glover. Like, when you know who they are, you know the actors, it makes it really hard. And so that one, the first movie, I really didn't like it. Just did not
No.
like it at all. This one, though, I didn't know who anybody was other than Timon and Pumbaa, and they're just kind of there for comedic relief, you know? So I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I wish that they started with Mufasa first and then worked into Lion King. Like I get why they did The Lion King.
Yeah.
Just with how successful the other ones were, and that one being a top one. But yeah, I'm with you. I didn't like Lion King either, but love Mufasa. So I wish they did the original, or like did a different, new, original thought of
Yeah.
the storyline first, and
Let's
then
just stop.
circled back a couple more years.
Yeah, let's just stop remaking movies. Like, let's do some new stuff. That's how I feel.
At least a good balance of it, right? Like,
Yeah.
you can't just do all the new stuff all at once, or all the old stuff all at once.
They're just-
like,
yeah,
mix
they're-
in some new stuff.
They're just slowly making their way back through the originals, remaking them all right now. Lilo and Stitch comes out pretty soon. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Elliot, so you didn't see it? They ditched you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The plan was to see Wicked later in the day.
Ooh,
And then we
Wicked.
didn't go see Wicked. So
Did you
I
guys
have
ever
not
see it?
seen-
It's on the queue.
Oh
I
my
have not watched it yet.
I have some hot takes, as usual. But we did go see it. It's good. Julia is a big fan. I saw it twice because I saw it with Julia and some of our friends when it first came out, and then my mom and Carson came down to visit, and we saw it again. So it's good. I think the songs. This is a hot take. I think I guess I can't say this. I'm like mixed, but Defying Gravity, the new version, is way better than the original in my opinion. That's gonna be a hot take. Popular Ariana Grande's song I thought was trash. Ariana Grande overall, I liked her.
Yeah.
She was funny. But yeah, my favorite song was, what's it called? It's been too long, I can't remember now. The Wizard and I. It's towards the beginning. She kills it in that song, I'm not gonna lie. And just for context, like, I've seen the musical once in person, and it was when I was very young, so I don't really remember it at all. All I really knew going into it was those two main songs, like Defying Gravity and Popular. But yeah, those are my takes. It was.
So,
they
yeah.
just-
so you were.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Well. So you were singing in the theaters, right?
In my mind, they had
In your mind.
they had
Okay.
sing-along showings, but we didn't go to any of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my other take was the movie's just way too long. I felt like it was just kind of dragging a little bit, but
There's a lot of story in that book, right?
yeah. But the thing is, like, the whole musical is shorter than this part one of the movie. This is only half,
Yeah.
and the whole musical is actually shorter than this part of the movie. So I think it was a little bit too long, but they did a great job with the music. I think the girl who plays Elphaba is like incredible
So
singer.
there's another part.
Yeah, dude, I didn't know that
Yeah.
either until like the week before. I thought it was the whole movie.
Really?
No, it's just part one. Part two
Yeah.
comes out next year.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
like a
This year, right?
But the thing is, the thing that I don't understand is, like I said, only saw this musical once. Are there any good songs in part two? Like, the only songs I know are in part one. Like, what else is in there? Nothing memorable, nothing like super popular. So I'm wondering if, and I think they are
Yeah.
gonna like change it slightly and add their own stuff. But
Gotcha.
yeah,
I watched the newer movie I watched was The Return. Have you heard that one?
no,
It's the back end of
The Odyssey.
the Odyssey, about Odysseus and his return back to
Ithaca.
Ithaca. Yeah. So that was actually pretty good. That was pretty good. It's the guy in it. I can't remember his name. That played Odysseus. He's you know that movie of like the chef or whatever, that scary movie or whatever. freaky movie?
No. I was thinking there's a movie, The Chef, or it's just called Chef, with Bradley Cooper and Jon Favreau. So definitely not that one.
No, not that one. No.
It's like a luxurious
Oh,
restaurant.
yeah,
but
yeah.
they
The Chef
Oh.
with the girl from Queen's Gambit.
Yes.
Or is that
yes,
The
yes.
Menu? It's called The Menu, I think.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
it's the menu.
The
Yeah.
menu, yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
I know
So
who you're
the
talking
chef
about
in
now.
that's who plays Odysseus, and
I
he's
like him.
He got ripped. in-
Really?
Like, yeah,
Wow.
yeah, he looked good, but yeah, no, he killed it. It was pretty good. So
Interesting.
I'd recommend if you have you read or watched anything know of the Odyssey.
Nope.
Oh.
Isn't that something
There's
kind
Eric.
of you start reading in school
Homer?
a little bit?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the last I remember of it. Probably like ninth grade English class.
yeah.
Greek mythology.
I love the whole story.
I'm down for some
The-
Greek
the-
mythology, always.
Yeah.
The true
So-
Greek god, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
So yeah, you got the Iliad and the Odyssey of the two books. The Iliad's about the war with Ithaca and Troy, and then Odysseus, he's the king, but leads the army to Troy. The Trojan horse. I don't know if you heard about the
Yeah.
Trojan horse.
Yeah.
So that's that storyline, and then the Odyssey's all about Odysseus and his crews, or soldiers way back home to Ithaca, and it's this crazy thing that they got to go through a bunch of loops and all of that. So
Yeah.
it took them a year to get to Troy from Ithaca. It took them 10 years to get from Troy back to Ithaca,
Wow.
I believe. Yeah,
You know,
so
mess
it's
with, yeah.
pretty nuts what happens.
Dang.
Don't mess
I
with
think-
Poseidon. Yeah.
What I heard was Christopher Nolan's doing the Odyssey as his next movie,
I'm in then.
and
yeah,
I
he's
feel
good.
like that'll be really good.
Christopher
if
Nolan
that's the
always
case.
has the best music in his movies. Just vibrates your
Yeah,
bones, shakes your
yeah,
bones. Yeah.
and the Odyssey needs that. That's kind of the storyline that it has. So it's really good.
What about you, Elliot? You watching anything?
I'm waiting on two shows for the second season. They're both video games that got adapted into shows.
Last
One
of
is,
Us?
yes, The Last of Us, of course. That's probably the best one out of the two. And then the other one is Fallout.
Oh,
on
yeah.
Amazon. I like that. I like the storytelling to it, and I like the time period, how it flashes back to. It has that weird futuristic, but still like 1950s, 1960s vibe to it. It's pretty cool. I like the idea of it.
Nice.
But the Last of Us is just that's suspense right there. That's good.
Yeah, I've heard that The Last of Us is really good. I've not watched it yet, but might.
Ooh, yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's got Poppy Pedro Pascal. You gotta watch it.
Yeah.
Everyone loves Pedro.
Yeah, what's his name in Game of Thrones? The Viper?
Yeah,
The Red Viper.
He's such
the
a
Martells. Yeah.
such a beast. If he just didn't showboat so much,
know.
man.
I
God.
Killed the mountain.
Yeah, he was toying with him. The mountain's nothing to him, and then he just got his head popped like a cherry. He's like, oh crap.
That sucked. That sucked. He had no time to say, oh crap. He just got
Like,
freaking
yeah.
rocked.
Yeah.
Oh man, that sucked.
Squish you like a bug. Hello.
Do you want your dinner or
I mean, I do, but like, guess we're gonna have to wait a little bit.
okay?
I'll just heat it up.
Cool bros in a pod, shortcut, side cut.
All right.
And-
And action. Um. What else we got? I want to talk about football.
Segue to
Especially.
our
Well,
sponsors.
Before we get into football,
Okay.
I just want to discuss this because since we're talking about loves of our lives in movie form, I need to discuss this topic that we're about to discuss.
Why? Because yours
And-
is no longer available?
Well, I need you guys to understand the contradiction within me. And
The two loves
You've
of your
got-
lives being together?
exactly. So, the love of my life on the football field, Josh Allen, best in the league, MVP,
Disagree.
he's gonna freaking kill it against the Chiefs. And then you've got Haley Steinfeld, which is the love of my life. And now they're together and are really officially together as they're engaged. I love it, but also don't love it at the same time. I don't want to say I hate it because that feels really bad, but I just, yeah, she's gone.
How
She's
selfish of you.
in the wind.
How selfish.
She's gone now. and,
So,
and it just sucks. It just hurts a little bit.
yeah, this is a safe place. Let it all out.
Aren't they like your ideal power couple though?
It literally is.
Yeah, you
it
should be happy
literally
for
is.
them.
I am, but at the same time, I'm not.
What was
I am
the first
not okay.
What was the first thing that made you fall in love with Haley Steinfeld?
Her music, right?
Pitch Perfect?
No.
Don't say Pitch Perfect, please.
No,
Oh.
no. I thought she was good in Pitch Perfect, or in the second one, I guess. But no, I had a dream about her. That was the thing. I had a dream about Haley Steinfeld. I never dreamt about.
Was
the
it one of the
celebrity
wet variety?
No. I had a dream about Haley Steinfeld, and it was a good dream. And it wasn't that kind of dream. It wasn't that one.
No, he saves those for Josh Allen.
Yeah, that's
We were-
true.
We were on a date in my dorm room. For some reason, I don't know why we were in the dorm room, but we were. And we were just chatting. We were just talking. And then she kissed me, and that was it.
Yeah.
Magic.
I've had dreams
And
like
so-
that with Amelia Clark, countless others, but we don't have to go into it.
See, for me, it's a special moment because that's the only one. And
Interesting.
then I fell in love with all the other movies that she's been in, the music she's got. Yeah, definitely the music. Yeah, I guess that's true, Gus. The music definitely, like Starving came out around that time.
Yeah. She's very talented. Very talented.
She is very talented.
It's one way to put it. I'm just kidding, she is.
But her and Josh are great. They're great. I enjoy it. I'm happy for them. At the same time,
Are you?
I'm not crushed, but I'm hurting.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
No, I'm not disappointed.
Okay.
It just hurts.
Yeah.
Give it a few more weeks, almost less than a month. He gets a ring on top of another ring. That's gonna be a deadly combo for you.
There we go. There we go. That's what I want.
All right, so let's talk about football
That's what I
then.
want.
Segue.
I disagree with the Josh Allen MVP take. I think Lamar was way better.
No.
Dude.
No. If you were to say anyone, you would have said Joe Burrow. That's it. That's
Joe
the
Burrow's
only
team
one,
didn't even make the playoffs. They were
but they
garbo.
almost did. And
Yeah.
they started out absolute terrible.
Yes, he was good. I'm not gonna lie, but you got to make the
He
playoffs.
was the best.
You can't be the most valuable player and not make the playoffs.
I mean,
Correct. I agree. So that, henceforth, is Josh Allen. There is no one else in
Look
the
at-
playoffs.
Look at the stats.
That's MVP.
Bro. Look at the stats.
To be
Look
fair
at
with
the stats. Talk about Joe Burrow's stats. They're way better than Lamar's.
And Lamar's are way better than Josh Allen's.
No, sir. No, sir.
Yes.
No, sir.
Yes,
For-
sir.
No, sir.
for Joe Burrow's argument there for a second,
There is no
it's
argument,
about
but
it's the defense. It wasn't the offense hindering about their performance. It was the defense that just
True.
kept constantly
True.
just giving up points. Like
You got a worse defense than Aaron Rodgers during the Packer years. That's what happened.
Okay.
I agree. He was good, but they'll never give an MVP to somebody who didn't make the playoffs. So
Agreed. Which is Josh Allen.
It's a narrative
Yes.
award.
But Lamar also made the playoffs and has way better stats and was just overall better during the season. Now, we don't have the game, and I'll say this too. I think the two best teams in the NFL both lost last week. I had a lot of money on the Ravens, not a lot, but I had some bets on the Ravens to win the Super Bowl. I think they were by far the best team in the league, and that's what happens when it's a one-game elimination. You have 2 fumbles and an interception, and your season's over, and a dropped 2-point conversion. But the
Yeah.
Bills didn't do anything special.
That
They
he
got
also
the win.
he also
They got
dropped
that dub.
he also dropped that it was a big play. I can't remember if it was like 20, 40, or 60 yards, but it was a big play. It would have pushed them well
Mark
into
Andrews.
field goal range.
Mark Andrews had the worst game of his life. He's gonna 50 years from now, if he's still alive, when he's 75, 80 years old, he's gonna try and go to sleep, and he won't be able to because he's gonna picture that drop. He will not
because of this.
forget it. That's how bad it was, and the fumble too. That's the crappy part is he hadn't fumbled since 2019. And of course,
monster fumble.
Of course
That
he fumbles right there.
huge.
And
Yeah, that was big time.
the one in the first half, Lamar, it was just a really bad play. And the crazy thing about him, I feel bad for him, and I like the Bills. This is what I'm saying. I like the Bills. I've always rooted
Apparently
for Josh Allen, but
Apparently not.
no, I'm just saying the Ravens were a better team. But of course, all year, Lamar plays lights out, no turnover, hardly any turnovers, and then he gets to the playoffs in this big game, and of course he throws a terrible pick and he has a fumble. Otherwise, he had such an incredible season, dude. So I'm saying he's gonna win
Good for
MVP.
him. Good
He's
for
gonna
him.
win MVP.
See ya. Out the window.
All right, but this is the other thing.
We're on to the next.
This is the other thing. Other reason I was mad. The Bills can't beat the Chiefs. This is just how it is.
They did this
Nope.
year, so
No.
They do every
We're
regular
not
season.
talking-
They do every
No,
regular
we're-
season, and then the
we're
real
not talking
games.
about that.
The real games start, and the Chiefs win, and that's exactly
Nope.
what's going to happen this week.
Nope.
That's why I'm
Nope.
upset because the Bills have no chance. The Ravens would have won.
I don't
No,
think anyone
no.
has a chance.
Not when the
No.
refs are on your side.
Yeah, yeah.
True.
trying
no,
to
Bills
keep in the
will
league.
prevail. They will prevail.
you think so?
I feel it. I have had a gut feeling every time they've lost in the playoffs. This last one against the Ravens, I did not have that feeling whatsoever.
They
Going
should
into
have
this
lost.
week, I still don't have that feeling.
Bills are
In my gut, I know they're going to win.
They are
I know
due.
it.
I mean, they've lost so many games to the Chiefs already. They are due
This-
for a win, but
This is the one.
I will
This
not.
is the one.
I just won't believe it until I see it because they haven't been able to do it.
I am a Bill believer.
I'm so happy though that the Lions lost. I thought that was hilarious, absolutely
I'm
hilarious.
Why do you think that's hilarious?
Because they talk. I'm a Packer fan. You aren't. You're a fake. You're a fake Wisconsin fan. You're fake. I'm a Packer fan, and they talk a lot of crap. A lot of crap for doing nothing. And
like Dan Campbell.
I like Dan Campbell too. I hate his decision making. I think he's stupid. He lost them the championship game last year against the Niners by going for it on 4th down too many times. And I just think it's really funny that the two big coordinators that everybody's like, oh my God, we can't wait to hire this guy. Aaron Glenn is their defensive coordinator. They gave up 45 points. And then the offensive coordinator, who is smart, does have a lot of good trick plays, but also destroyed their season by having Jamison Williams, the wide receiver, throw a pass, and he throws an interception. Like, two just moronic moves, and it was poetic. It was beautiful to see. Amon-Ra St. Brown can suck it. Go Commanders.
No, I'm not on the bandwagon of the Commanders.
I'm not either. I'm not either,
whatsoever.
but I'm not on anybody's bandwagon from here on out. So, but I'm not gonna.
I like the Commanders.
Yeah, I'm not gonna root for the Eagles. They're like watching them is like watching paint dry. I'd rather peel my eyes out.
That's the Chiefs game.
Jalen Hurts is terrible. Yeah, the Chiefs are like that too.
Yeah.
Saquon
Watching that
Barkley's a
Texans
beast,
game.
but
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Like, he
Texans.
can't throw the ball anymore. Jalen Hurts sucks at throwing the ball.
yeah.
Last year he was good.
In his 4 career playoff wins, I think he's got 4. The most yards he's thrown is like 150 something.
Yeah, it's bad.
He's
It's
terrible.
because he uses his legs. Those Philly special. The little, well, that's not the Philly special, but the little sneaky.
Yeah,
The
the
tush
push, the brotherly shove.
Yeah.
But yeah, we need to talk about your Texans because they are trash, and I'm amazed that they won. I'm amazed that they won against the Chargers. The Chargers really choked. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, go ahead.
The Texans' defense against the Chargers was the best. And sometimes, actually this whole year, I preferred to watch the defense over the offense because I think Bobby Slowick kind of sucks.
Their
Like,
offense was
he didn't-
kind of garbage. I mean,
Yeah.
they did have a lot of injuries, though.
Well, last year, I feel like it was a new system. Like, things were clicking, and I don't think that division was really adapt to the Shanahan tree quite yet, I guess. And so this year, he didn't change anything. Like, I feel like when I watch the offense, they're running the same 5-10 plays, and they're not getting anywhere with it. Or what was it? They screw up with a run play on 1st and 10, and then they just run the ball again. I don't know. It's just frustrating watching the offense this year without Nico for 4 weeks, and then without Diggs for the rest of the season, and then without Tank Dell. I don't know. A lot of injuries. Somehow we got worse with the offseason. I don't understand.
Yeah, after that gigantic offseason, they got worse.
I will say Kenyon Green has to be one of the biggest busts in NFL draft history. He was pick 15.
Who is that?
He's their left guard on the offensive line. He was pick 15 in the 2021, 2022 NFL draft. And he never put on size. If you look up a picture of him, you'll see this big dude with these really skinny arms. He just does not look like he's adept to play guard. And he just got ran over the whole season. And then he got injured. And then he came back. And I was like, please don't start him. It's bad. It was so bad we had to put our starting right tackle at left guard. And he's being paid $21 million a year.
Yeah, first round draft picks make a lot of money. But, yeah, Texans were a fraudulent team the whole year. I think they were pretty bad. That division is the worst division in football, by far.
I wasn't saying fraudulent, but...
I just don't think they were very good. But the Packers were very similar, so I can't say a whole lot. Packers, the first game of the season, I felt amazing. I was like, holy crap, this team is loaded. They have so much talent. They're still the youngest team in the league. But then everything went south immediately. Jordan Love got hurt, and he never got it together. Last year, his first year as a starter, he just like all of a sudden Toyotathon came around and he just lit it up for the rest of the season. This year he just never got back there. But it was really frustrating because I think they were, I mean, the injuries really screwed them, but I thought they were as talented as anybody else. I think they would have been, I thought they had a good chance to make the Super Bowl, but they just never figured it out. Jordan Love never got better, and it was really annoying because I have a coworker, and he's a Packers fan, and he just hates Jordan Love. He like hates him, and I was like, I'm always like, dude, why do you hate him? This guy's, he's the next quarterback. We hit again. Like, this is the third one in a row. He's gonna be great. And then he started off really slow, got injured. I was like, don't worry, he's gonna get better. He's gonna pick it up, and he never did. He just like just over and over again played terribly. So yeah, I don't really know how I feel about the Packers. But if they trade for some washed up wide receiver, like, I'm not in on bringing back Devontae Adams. I don't think he's too old, and he wanted to leave when Jordan Love was going to take over. So, like, peace out, buddy. You made some terrible career choices. Went to the Raiders. That ended up horribly, and then followed Rodgers to the Jets. That went horribly. Like, sorry, buddy. If you're too good for Green Bay, we don't want you. Ugh. What the Packers need is a pass rush. That's the most important thing that they need. And if they could get somebody like a top tier pass rusher, I think we'd be good. But
I did see it will never happen, but it was a potential trade with the Raiders and the Packers. It was picks 2 and 3 from the Packers to the Raiders for Max Crosby.
Yeah, it's because Josh Jacobs, the Raiders connection, they're buddies, and Josh Jacobs is saying he wants to get some of his guys over there. But
Yeah.
we'll see. I'd go all in on Myles Garrett. That dude's a monster.
I don't see him leaving as a Brown. Just like the same as I don't see Max Crosby leaving as a Raider, because he said that
I would,
on
though.
camera.
I would. Both of those franchises are horrible. Like, if you're on the Browns, like, get out of there immediately.
Then they got better, and then they got worse. They drafted Baker.
Yeah, that's
uphill
the
climb.
That's the
Got rid
funniest
of
part.
Baker.
They got Baker, tossed him to the curb, bring in a sexual harasser, someone that Wyatt drafted in his fantasy league a couple of years ago.
Just like
And-
double digit like, allegations. Those are rookie numbers.
The dude gets hurt multiple times, was making the most money as a quarterback in the entire league, and now Baker's killing it in Tampa, and like, Tampa fans love Baker, so I don't know. I think it's funny.
Like, then they gave Baker weapons at the start of his career. Like when Landry was actually good and when Odell Beckham Jr. was good. And then they didn't give him weapons after that. I guess Amari Cooper at the end of Baker's
Yeah, I don't know.
Browns tenure.
I don't remember if he was there or not when Baker was there. But yeah, so who do you think's winning the Super Bowl? We already know Wyatt's pick.
What we got? We got on the AFC side, we still got the Chiefs and Bills, and then on the NFC, we got the Eagles, Commanders, right?
Yep.
I would like the Commanders and the Bills to play. I would assume that would probably be the Bills winning that matchup, but it'll probably be the Eagles, and I want to say the Bills again. But after the reffing in KC I don't know if they're actually going to win. So I'll probably say Eagles win the Super Bowl against Chiefs.
Wow. I'm going Eagles, Chiefs, and it's going to be a rematch, and the Chiefs are going to win.
Yeah, I hate Travis Kelce in these predicaments.
It's going to be a three-peat. Like, that team, they always looked so terrible, and yet they went
they are terrible.
15-2 or whatever it was. So Wyatt, what's your final prediction?
Bills is in all the way.
Who they beating?
Got it in the bag.
Who they gonna beat? Washington or
Eagles.
Philly? Eagles.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not on the Commanders bandwagon. Come on now.
Yeah. The Eagles just
Come on
like they
now.
know how to muck it up, and they'll make it an ugly game, and they'll just run all over them. But
Like the Eagles they got both phases figured out. I don't know about their special teams. I mean, they kind of got special teams figured out too. But like their defense is good. I don't know if Quinyon Mitchell is actually playing, but like the fact that they get these first and second round draft picks just falling straight to their laps. Like they got Jalen Carter last year and Nolan Smith last year. Jalen Carter dropped because the car incident, or he was racing his buddy and his friend died, so he dropped in the draft. He was supposed to be like top 2 pick, dropped
Yeah.
to 8. The Eagles get him, but they also have a second first round draft pick, and that's Walter Nolan, also Georgia. He's doing good this year. He had 3 sacks against the Packers. I think he had 2 or 3 against whoever they played last. I can't remember.
like last
And then,
week,
yeah,
the Rams.
yeah.
Staff.
And then staph infection, yes. That was a football name. That was a fantasy football name, not mine. Just throwing it out there. And then they get Quinyon Mitchell this year. He's supposed to be a top 20 pick. Dropped down to like 27 or something like that. And then they get Cooper DeJean in the second round.
Yeah.
And they've been good this year.
A white boy
Quinyon
corner.
Mitchell is... yeah, he's kind of like that nickel package.
Yeah. He is white after all, you know. Can only do so much.
There's only a few of those in the league.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like literally there's I think he's like one of the only ones that's a white corner.
And
Wow.
if you count DBs, I think there's like maybe
Yeah.
4 or 5 starting.
There's a few safeties that are white, but yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
One for the Broncos.
we need to take this moment to congratulate me on winning the fantasy football championship. Thank you guys. It was a
I
pleasure.
forgot about that.
It was a pleasure whooping you. I wish it would have been more competitive. It would have made it more fun for me, but unfortunately, you guys couldn't hold up your end of the bargain. But I'll settle for a dominating season, finishing first in points, winning the championship, winning the league pick'em, just winning basically everything, you know. I just want to say thanks, guys. Thanks for letting me dominate.
He's truly a non-stop winner, and also he's very humble, as you can tell. He
Yes.
was very humble during the process, especially when he sent us that 200 word letter that you wrote in the group chat for that.
Yeah, I was gonna send another one too, just to really rub it in. I was gonna send a message compare. I used ChatGPT and I was like, "Hey, ChatGPT, compare me winning the fantasy championship to some of the all-time greatest accomplishments in the world." It spit out a bunch of things like comparing it to the moon landing, comparing it to Michael Jordan's 6 rings. It was incredible, but I was like, nah, I can't send this to. But I will say, I felt amazing from the very beginning, from the draft. I placed a bet on Derrick Henry to lead the league in touchdowns. He did. Won some money on that. And you know who tied him for the league lead in touchdowns? James Cook. Also drafted him. Got Sam Darnold the very last pick of the draft. That was by plan, too. And he was great in a 2-quarterback league, by the way. So for all of you out there thinking Sam Darnold's trash, no. He was pretty good for second quarterback. Who else? Rashee Rice got hurt. Would have been a great pick. Patrick Mahomes, that douche, threw an interception and tore his leading wide receiver's knee in the same play.
Brian Thomas Jr.
Brian Thomas Jr. Yup. Thank you, Elliot. I appreciate
No
you.
problem.
Best rookie in the league. He had a ton of touchdowns. He was a monster. Devon Achane. If you watch the Dolphins, he's the only guy they ever gave the ball to. Sorry, Tyreek. But yeah, it was a pretty good year. I had
Didn't really
fun.
have a quarterback for most of the year, so
Yeah. Even when they did, they didn't really have a quarterback.
it was like those last 4 weeks.
Tua was pretty rough.
I draft all rookies, so well, I shouldn't say all rookies. I draft a good amount of the rookie class. Like I had Brock Bowers, I had Malik Neighbors, I had Bucky Irving.
Those
I
are all
had,
good.
I had Tyrone Tracy at one point, and I dropped him before he started getting the workload that he got because Devin Singletary kind of sucked and went down. I had a few others, but I can't remember. I like to try to draft half of my team as rookies, new blood. If we were in dynasty leagues, I'd be killing it, but I'm not.
My rule is just to never draft players on crappy teams.
Yeah.
You should probably follow that next time.
I drafted good players. I had Nico Collins off a trade between me and his brother in the middle.
Collusion. Well, let's talk about the
Whoa.
time that Elliot colluded with his girlfriend. Made a horrible BS trade. It didn't matter, but
I also lost to her and gave her 5th place as well, so out
Yeah.
of 12. It really, really meant something.
shout out Colin. Finished with what, 1 win? Was he? Did he get 1 win? Yeah.
I'll look at. He was, as you described him, the league's punching bag every
Yes.
week.
Yes.
Yes.
Brett, shout out to Brett, dude. He said he was gonna try harder. His team was really good, and he almost beat me. And I was really pissed because it was round 1 of the playoffs, and Jalen Hurts gets hurt on the 3rd drive of the game, so he ended with 4 points. And Brett's team was killing it. I thought I was gonna lose, and I was gonna be so pissed because lead the league in points, number 1 seed, and then that happens. But thankfully, the rest of my squad picked me up. But yeah, shout out to Brett. He killed it this year. I honestly thought he was gonna win. If he had beaten me, I think he was gonna win.
Yeah, you lost by, or you won by a little less than half a point.
Yeah, but I had another player. I just took him out of my lineup because I didn't want to risk a fumble. Smart. See? Smart. Because if you start somebody thinking, I just want to run it up, and then he fumbles, ends with -2, you know.
Yes, because you wouldn't get the ball after that at all.
You
Even
never
if
know.
you had
You never know.
Debo Samuel.
You never
I mean,
know.
I guess if he got crippled and fumbled, then it'd be a different story.
Yeah, Debo sucked. Oh, yeah, that was my other good pick was Mike Evans. Monster.
Even though he got injured, he
Yes.
still managed to get the 1,000-yard season.
Yeah, he's still a monster. But yeah, that'll do it for
Well-
Fantasy Corner.
Colin, by the way, yes, you were right. He had 1 win, 12 losses, and 1 tie to Kayla.
The girls did good. They did pretty well. Gabe, really good. Kayla did pretty decent.
Second year in the league, she made it to the playoffs. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Sarah kind of fell off from last year. Last year, Sarah dominated. Who
Yeah.
else? Is that it? I think that's all we're missing. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Fun. I look forward to winning
Fun.
again next year.
Taking everyone's money, except for Wyatt.
All right, so how do we end this? What do we got left? What do we got left? Anything else? Any pressing topics? Any other debate questions you got working in your mind, Wyatt?
No, I think we'll save that for the next episode.
Yay! I would say it was a pleasure, but unfortunately, Elliot had to be on the call, so.
Woo! 2 Bros, 1 Pod, Season 2.
We're back a year later.
Yeah, baby.
A year
Yeah.
later.
It only took us almost 2 hours to make this episode.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
I need
like
to go
1.5.
It's 10 p.m.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. I'm wasting my night with you guys.
Actually, it's 9:01 standard
We-
time.
Actually, it is 7:01 Pacific time.
Pacific. Yes.
Yes. All right, that'll do it. Peace.
Two Bad Pod, end.
Take it easy, Mountain Faith.